Yeah, Clark Gregg writes it, and then he plays the head of the what do they call it?
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I can't the reenactment people.
Reenactors.
Yeah,
The
reenactors.
Like old Sturbridge Village for those of us here in Massachusetts.
Indeed, or Civil War folks, like they call them.
Yeah, and every place has their historical place where. I was just out in Vancouver. And they have the Fort Vancouver or something, and you go in there, and there's the blacksmith, and he's working it, and he speaks in character.
Sure.
Tells you how he does his work, and they speak in thee and thou. And these two guys just can't get with it. And when they do something wrong, they actually put them in stocks, which is right out of the book.
Yes.
They get put in stocks if they don't obey the rules, which is wonderful because this guy's a habitual sex fiend.
Right.
So all he wants is the other women colonists.
Yeah, he's after all the other women colonists, one of which is played by Bijou Phillips, who apparently cannot play a straight, normal character in anything. But and there's a strange thing there too, because you sort of like you're laughing at the reenactment people to a degree, but then at a certain point you see that like these guys, the main character Sam Rockwell and his best friend in it, it's not almost like they can adapt, but they won't. They want to sort of be the troublemakers or something. Like it almost seems sad on both ends when they can't sort of play along with what they're supposed to be doing. Right,
because no, that's right. Another layer of all of that stuff. And Kelly MacDonald.
Yes.
Irish actress?
Scottish.
Wow.
Yeah, she's unbelievable. And this is the second we were talking about it. And the reason I couldn't remember the other movie she was in is because she did another flawless American accent in No Country for Old Men, which was a completely different region. And her Scottish accent is so thick. It's Trainspotting. She has one of the thickest accents.
And they have the subtitles.
Yeah, hers is, I think, when she comes into the picture, that's when the subtitling starts.
Yeah, and she's both intelligent and sexy, and in this she has to be a little bit crazy.
Right, definitely fragile.
Because he falls in love with her. It's the one thing he finds.
Yeah.
And we won't say how this resolves, because it doesn't resolve anywhere like you think it's going to resolve.
And again, there's the perception thing layered in there again.
Yeah. Layered in there. Yeah. So when I look at the little pieces of the movie, it's so funny. It's just the onslaught of the sexuality, of the humor, of the jokes, of the odd plot lines are almost overwhelming.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that reviewers come into this, and we did a recent review of Towelhead, with a set of expectations of what a movie should be doing. And this movie simply refuses to do it.
Definitely.
But every part of the movie, from the performances to the writing, to the way it's shot, it's beautifully shot.
It is beautifully shot,
and,
yeah.
And you said it's shot on HD.
HD, yeah. And
we were looking at it, wondering about the slight grain, but you almost can't tell.
Sure.
But it has a sort of interesting sort of distance.
It definitely does. Yeah, even the flashbacks are subtly different from the overall.
Yeah. So I think the movie is incredibly in control of its own style, its own place, of the world it creates, and then every moment is enormously funny.
Yeah. So
you just stick with this thing.
And it's funny because you said the onslaught of the moments. There's something near the end, or maybe the end, but not to spoil anything. But thinking about it in isolation, it's rather jarring.
Yeah.
But when you're watching it, basically by the end of the movie, you're just like, oh. And I'd hate to give it away because I can't really, but you'll see the movie like you should, and you'll know what we're talking about. Okay. I don't know, but looking into the camera. I trust that more than my profile shot.
Yeah, okay.
So,
all is vanity.
Absolutely.
Okay. Great. I think people should go check this out.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Thanks, Craig.
No, thank you,
Wonderful.
Jim.
All right.
Yeah.
See you at the Coolidge.
Excuse me, miss, that mole on your thigh?
Yeah.
You might want to get that looked at. Melanoma is the most common cancer for women, especially blondes.
What's your name?
Victor.
I'm Terry Dackery. It's not my real name.
We are not born evil sinners or perfect knockoffs of God. The world tells us whether we're heroes or victims, but we can decide for ourselves.
My name's Victor. Sometimes the best place to start is at the beginning.
What? I am the backbone of colonial America.
The tour guide.
I'm a historical interpreter.
Hi, Victor. How art thou?
That's funny.
She's an amazing woman, your mother.
She's getting worse. She never knows who I am anymore. Who am I today?
Some guy named Fred.
Oh, you'll never change, Fred.
So now you want to sleep with your mom's doctor.
What time do you get off?
You don't have to do that.
What?
Try to have sex with me.
Oh, I really do.
Satan, 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 Satan.
And this is where it kind of goes off the deep end.
All I had to do was answer one simple question. What would Jesus not do?
You can't fool people into loving you.
Want to bet?
Apparently, you're capable of having sex with everyone but me.
The fact that some part of you resisted turning this into the usual nothing,
I think maybe someone I'd like you instead.
maybe you're not so bad after all.
No, dude, I am. I really am.
Show me all the rules, girl.
Hey, you changed your hair.
Yeah, because of what you said about blondes getting skin cancer.
Good thinking.
I just want to belong.